A 16-year UVM tradition may have come to a screeching halt this semester. On November 17th, UVM's interim president, John Bramley, announced in a letter to the student body that UVM would no longer be funding the Naked Bike Ride. Since 1996, the Naked Bike Ride has been a way for UVM students to release stress on the last night of classes. However, in recent years, university officials have noticed an increase in the amount of drinking associated with the Naked Bike Ride, as well as several incidences of assault.
We noticed an increase each year and at each event of more alcohol, more reports of sexual violence, more reports of strangers in the residence halls, people coming to campus that were not affiliated with UVM nor this event. And last May, really, that event really tipped it in terms of 2 sexual assault reports, and 10 students ended up having to go to detox that in one night. And it's too much for the university to feel like that we are able to, in good faith, support something that puts students in such harm.
What used to be a group of only 20 or 30 students has turned into hundreds, and a track that was spontaneous has turned into a racetrack through athletic campus, complete with spotlights and an overly active crowd, said Stevens. UVM Police Services agrees with Stevens. Earlier, UVM Patrol Officer and Crime and Prevention Coordinator Sue Roberts spoke with me about the Naked Bike Ride.
The university's not turning its back on the Naked Bike Ride. We've got to look for another strategy because last year was really, really bad. We have filled the emergency rooms. We have utilized every ambulance in the county simultaneously. We have filled detox.
Although this decision has been the result of accumulation of troubling incidences over the past few years, it still came as a shock to many students, including those in the Student Government Association.
We had very little involvement in that decision. We were frankly blindsided nearly as as harshly as the students were.
I don't know why they're not funding it, just because for like safety reasons it doesn't really like make any sense, but I think it'll still be a lot of fun. It's just like it'll just be chaos basically.
Despite the lack of funding, some UVM students are still planning on riding through campus on the night of December 7th. For those who choose not to participate in the Naked Bike Ride, UVM will be offering fully clothed end of the semester activity, a food fest on athletic campus with free food from local vendors and places for students to donate food and clothes to Hurricane Irene victims.
That kind of feel good, give back, and still have our own way of celebrating community in the end of the semester. That to me is the ultimate UVM tradition.
However students decide to relieve stress on December 7th, there will be police services throughout campus, as well as the student-organized group Green Caps.
Organization of hopefully up to 200 students that will meet in the Grand Maple Ballroom at 10:30 p.m. on Wednesday night, and we're going to go over the do's and don'ts of student safety. We're going to provide them, hopefully, encourage them to put directly into their cell phones the number for UVM Police, and of course 911 if it's an immediate emergency. And we're going to be in contact with UVM Police throughout this. They're going to be able to tell who we are by our noxious green caps.
UVM and UVM police officials have stated that they will not try and stop students from participating in alternative Naked Bike Rides this semester. They only hope that students will be responsible for themselves and for others. Only time will tell if students will choose to carry on this UVM tradition. This has been Hillary Gilson for UVM Campus News. Back to you, Sarah.